Welcome to a game about feeding a black hole, where I need to fatten up my black hole by feeding it asteroids, planets, and stars, buying upgrades, and letting it devour the entire universe, all to get 100%. We're doing stuff a little differently. Normally, I'd get 100% of Steam achievements, but a lot of these achievements are for different game modes. So what I'm going to focus on today is just getting the main game modes. There are still a decent amount of achievements for that. It looks like there's about 25 or something, so we still have plenty of work to do. We need to feed the black hole, so it looks like all we gotta do is just hover over these little asteroid thingies and just break them nice and quick. Oh, look at that already. Our first achievement, Double Dash, destroy 2 asteroids at one time, and another achievement, time to go upgrade, finish a session. Maybe I will have to do the extra game modes because this is going very quick already. But we destroyed 6 asteroids. We got $6 from all that asteroid matter. So our first upgrade, all we can get is a session timer increase, jumping us from 12 to 14 seconds. Thankfully, that only costs us $2, so we do have more money to play with, like increasing the breaker radius from 100% to 175. And looks like we can actually get 3 destroyed? Yeah, easily. Okay, so that increase to the breaker size is going to be absolutely huge. A big issue I'm noticing though is we don't have enough asteroids. But either way, that was $10 and another achievement, $10, earn $10 in a session. We're doing good. So if we head to the upgrades, we can double our breaker damage, and that alone is going to speed things up a lot. So instead of being a 3-hit now, we should 2-hit. I do definitely need to try and focus on these big clusters of asteroids. It'll just speed things up that little bit more. $13 from this run. So with our $19, we have 2 options here. We can increase the number of asteroids, which would be awesome. We can increase our breaker radius, which would also be awesome. But I think I'm going to increase our breaker damage up to 3. So we should now be able to just one-tap every asteroid. Yes, we can, because we're going to get a full clear there. Oh, and that's another achievement, and they're all gone. Destroy all the objects. Now I'm really glad that I went ahead and got that breaker damage increase before I did the number of asteroids. But either way, we have $21, and I think that is perfect to increase our radius size and the number of asteroids up to 50. But we'll jump back in, and there are a lot more asteroids. But hey, that's so worth it because that's another achievement, more asteroids. This is just going to mean so much more money because our breaker size is actually huge. $47 from a single run. Double the number of asteroids again. And let's get a 10% crit chance. How much are these? 300, 10,000, 1 quadrillion. Okay, things seem like they're getting a bit crazy here. Oh, and look at this. This is an asteroid belt now. Oh, we're going to make so much money. And we got a little yellow pop up there, which I'm assuming was our crit damage. I didn't see how much we actually crit for, and it only happened once, but still, $73 there. We're making big money very quickly. Let's increase the breaker speed, and we can also increase the asteroid size and the critical chance, so 15% crit chance. Our asteroid size has doubled. I don't know if that means they're going to be tougher to break, but our breaker speed's also gone up 25%. Yeah, okay, so these bigger asteroids are tougher to break. I'm assuming, yeah, it says they give us $2, so it is worth it. They also would probably give us more of this asteroid matter that we're feeding to the black hole. Oh, and there we go, another achievement. The black hole must grow. We cause the black hole to grow into a tiny black hole. So size 1 out of 10. We only made $79 that time, so not a whole lot more money, but that is completely fine because we can increase the breaker speed again. I feel like we're dealing just a lot more damage than we were before, and the crits are going off a decent amount. That net us $86. I'm actually just going to do a couple of runs here, and hopefully we can come back with a couple $100, just so we can actually like just bulk upgrade. Another achievement, $100, earn $100 in a session. That's $100 in a single run, and we're up to $326 after 3 runs, which seems decent. Pretty happy. So we can get time added when the black hole grows, but I think we should try and work on maxing out this whole section first. So let's increase the asteroid size, increase the breaker speed. We may as well increase the breaker damage. And let's get an increase to the asteroid mass. So 40%. I'm guessing that means they have 40% more health now. We're definitely going to get this one though, 4 to 6. And then these 2 numbers, which I'm still not going to say. I'm not going to risk it. But it looks like only 2 more upgrades here. So $120. And then we can move on to the tree down the bottom here, I hope. Oh, and we have orange asteroids. I'm guessing that's the increase to the asteroid mass. I mean, our breaker speed is definitely much nicer, but we did very quickly level up the size of the black hole. How much money is that going to get us? 195. Okay, so those upgrades were actually huge. Let's increase our crit chance to 25%, our breaker damage. Oh, and of course, we still can afford a few more things. Let's increase the asteroid mass, because that seemed to be very worthwhile. So these orange ones are so strong, but the extra damage definitely does help. Not a whole lot, but a bit. I think I probably should focus on the orange ones if I had to guess. I'd assume they give us way more money. Yeah, $310. Max out our critical damage bonus up to 225%. I'd love to get our crit chance up just that little bit more. Because 7 damage is good, but I think that's 15 damage when we hit a crit, which does a lot for us in terms of speed. And that run was somehow slightly worse, $286 from there. Definitely need to get time added when the black hole grows, so that's an extra 3 seconds every run. Might even allow us to get 2. That extra time did do a decent amount for us. We got up to $385 in that run. I think I definitely want to increase the breaker damage, because that is the biggest one for me. The more damage we do, the quicker we're going to go, the more money we're going to be able to make. Oh, and this is already so much better. We're like one-tapping the big red asteroids. We leveled up the black hole a second time. There's no achievement for that, sadly, but we're up to a mini black hole, size 2 out of 10 and $530 in a single run. I definitely think we need more chance for asteroids to spawn in when the black hole grows, so 25% of our asteroids come back, and a chance to add time, just so our runs are a little longer and there's more asteroids around. And that was a much worse run. We had no chance of even getting close to that second one. It just goes to show how much luck is involved. Let's get up to a 50% chance for asteroids to spawn when the black hole grows. And I might just do a couple of runs of this and see how much money we can make. Only 2 runs, but we're up to 1,250. So I did just want to head to the upgrades, because I feel like that should get us just a few interesting things. Let's increase the asteroid mass, and let's increase the breaker damage up by 1. Oh, we now have yellow asteroids, which I'm assuming are the next stage. They definitely take a lot more damage, but they do a lot more for the black hole. We are already black hole level 2, and we've just started the run. So I think that says a lot about focusing on the higher tier of asteroids. Yeah, that was $1,740 and another achievement to earn $1,000 in a single run. I think it's time to head to upgrades. We have a lot of money to play with. So let's increase the breaker speed. Let's get a 5% chance to add time. Let's get a 30% chance to spawn a new asteroid when we destroy an asteroid. We do really just need more asteroids around the map. I think that's going to make a big difference for us and how much money we can make, especially if they spawn in some yellow ones. 1,794. Let's get another increase to the asteroid mass. Now all of these are just breaker radius and breaker speed, but they're very expensive. So I'm just going to start going through the cheapest upgrades, working my way up. Oh my god, 4,266. The asteroid mass upgrades really are the best ones for us to get. So let's increase that chance up to 70%. Let's increase our breaker speed, our breaker radius, and then let's just come back down through here. So how much are we going to need? Looks like $4,000. So let's hope we can get $4,000 in a single run here. Okay, that actually made a decent increase, I feel, to our breaker size. I can't tell much about the speed, but our size does feel significantly bigger. And surely that's $4,000. Yeah, it's actually 5,500, which is enough to increase our breaker speed, increase our breaker radius, and increase the breaker damage by 3. 7.5. That's not too bad, but we do need to do another run because that isn't enough to buy our next upgrade. All right, but one very good run later, we made another $7,000. Oh, accidentally head straight back here. So I guess we're doing another run. Oh god, why am I getting confused? There are only 2 possible buttons I can press. Another 7,500. We're at 24k. Now we head to the upgrades. Chance to spawn electric asteroids. I mean, we don't have a choice, but there we go. Another achievement. Numbers go up. Unlock 50 upgrades. I don't know what these electric asteroids do, but I definitely think we need to head into asteroid mass because, I mean, it's been proven that is the best upgrade in the game. And now we have green asteroids and these random ones that are coated by electricity, which seem to just do a little bit of damage to asteroids around. Right now, they completely suck. With a few upgrades, they could be very good. They just need a lot more damage. So yeah, we made 18k in a single run and got another achievement. Earned 10k in a single session. We're kind of pumping through these achievements, I'm not going to lie. Over in the upgrade tree, I actually think I'm going to go breaker damage. The money numbers I just noticed. So it looks like the oranges, I actually can't see how much they made us. I think that was $12. Looks like $100 for the yellows, and the greens are like 400 to 650. I haven't even noticed though, like, are we getting up to asteroid level 3? Surely, right? Have I just completely glossed over the fact that we've been on that for like the last 5 runs? Yeah, we're at size 4, very small black hole. Wow, I can't believe I completely missed that. Either way, back to the upgrades, breaker damage increased, and let's just increase the electric asteroid damage. Oh, now there's a chance for it to fall? Okay, maybe this electric asteroid is going to be a pretty good addition to the team. I didn't completely write it off, but I didn't think it would be this good this quickly. $34,000 later, I think I'm going to get the fork chance because that's the most expensive one. But let's save up the $40,000 that we need to increase the asteroid damage and the critical damage chance. I'm honestly not thinking it'll take very long. I don't think we're getting any major upgrades to these electric asteroids to the point where we're going to make that 40,000 in a single run. But I have a feeling we'll get pretty close. We'll definitely get it within 2 runs though. Yeah, 34K. Give me another run. There we go. We're up to $80,000. So let's head back to the upgrades. Let's get that critical damage chance up to 20%. The asteroid damage will double that up to 6. And we can increase the chain up to 4. That'll go straight up to 5 after the next run. So now I'm very interested to see. Oh yeah, that is a lot more electricity. We might even break into a level 5 black hole if things keep going well. Yeah, I mean, $44,000 is a lot, but we don't have enough upgrades. Another 42,000. We've officially broken $100,000. So let's increase that chain length. Let's increase the fork chance. And I honestly thought we'd get more upgrades with that. Another upgrade to the asteroid mass. So we're going to hit that 60K. And that should do a whole bunch. Oh my god, these lightning chances have majorly increased. But if I had to guess, our next asteroid, based on the color scheme that we're going off so far, red, orange, yellow, green, it should be blue, and then indigo, and then violet, and then I guess we're done with asteroids. So maybe we're closer to the end of this game than I thought, but $96,000, that is going straight into the asteroid mass. I'm really excited to see those blue asteroids and how much money they're going to give us. There we go. Those are some vibrant blue asteroids. We don't have many of them though. I think our asteroid mass is just too low of a percentage. But on the bright side, we do have a lot more greens, which is definitely going to mean just a lot more money. Yeah, $77,000. And we got a decent portion of the way to level 5. But that 100K isn't actually going to get us much. So let's get increased crit bonus. We're just too poor to afford an increase to the breaker radius or the chance to spawn a new asteroid. I was really hoping for another increase to our asteroid mass. Those ones I really love. And that felt like a very good run. Yeah, 97K. Definitely enough to go to the upgrades. Increase our breaker radius. Increase our breaker speed as well. I actually think that will do more for us. Okay, I don't know what happened, but we seem to be getting very lucky with the electric asteroids and their spawn rate. So we have destroyed quite a lot in this run. That should easily be over 100,000. Yeah, that was another achievement. Earn 100,000 in a session, but that was actually 163,000 and our black hole was level 5. Things just get crazy and it's at a rate that I just don't expect. Let's get an increase to the asteroid mass and hopefully we have $180,000 to play with after this next run to increase our breaker damage by 5 and get that 5% chance. This is very nice though, the amount of blue asteroids we have flying around. But I think this might even break like $200,000 or $300,000 in this run. We almost made $400,000. We hit size 6, but let's get that chance increased. Let's increase the breaker damage and we still have enough to increase the asteroid mass. This should now give us indigo. Yeah. We have purple asteroids. This should just be a lot more money because now we have a lot more blues. We have the purples. Give me $1 million. So close, actually. I did not expect us to get that close, but almost 900,000. That has to be enough for this chance to spawn a golden asteroid. And we can also increase the number of asteroids to 155. Oh, the golden asteroids are already spawning in, and they just give us a bit of bonus money. I think I read it was 50% extra. And they give us a fancy little sound too, which is kind of nice. I can definitely tell that this increase to the number of asteroids we have is going to do a lot. That should easily break 1 million. Only barely, but another achievement, 1 million. Earn 1 mil in a session. We're making good progress. Let's increase the money scale so they now give us 125% extra value. And there's no point getting this crit money scale until we get the crit chance. So let's just do that. But with that increased money scale actually from the golden asteroids, we should make a lot more money. Maybe that's how we're expected to get the $101 million that we need. But there we go, 1.3 mil. Looks like we're sitting pretty comfortably at over $1 million now. Almost hitting size 7 on the black hole. So let's increase that crit money scale. Make a full respawn every time the black hole grows. I mean, that's not going to be very noticeable for the first few grows. But towards like stages like now, yeah, that did a decent amount. Just barely scraping $1 million that time. Let's increase the asteroid mass and the money scale. So now we should have pink asteroids. Well, they're very barely pink. They're still more of a purple. So I guess the indigo violet scheme is still technically right. But we do have a lot more of the purples, a lot more of the blues. And I feel like our damage is holding up quite well. I thought the increase to the asteroid mass would mean that we're struggling a lot more, but surprisingly not. Oh my god, what the hell happened? I thought we were just short of making it to size 7, but we completely skipped size 7. We're straight up to size 8, almost hitting size 9. We almost made $25 million in a single run. Oh my god, get a massive increase to breaker damage, get a massive increase to the money scale, and then a massive increase to the asteroid mass only costs 20 million. So if we just get one semi-decent run, which we should definitely get because we've got a massive increase to our breaker damage, all we need is $22 million from this run. And I think we've fully maxed out everything under that $101 million upgrade on the skill tree. Oh my god, what is happening? Let's increase their crit chance up to 25% and increase the asteroid mass. No, we still have plenty more upgrades here. Upgrade asteroids to planets is going to be insane. That has to be another achievement too. Let's jump in there. 25 million is all we need. We are fully pink asteroids. I'm seeing millions of dollars flying around. Oh, we've actually finished. Okay, miniature milestone. Grow the black hole. What was that? Grow the black hole enough times to reach the miniature milestone. I don't know what that does, but that gave us a flat 100 million. I don't know why it's reset our money. I feel like we could have made more. But let's upgrade asteroids to planets. Let's get a massive increase on our breaker bonus damage to planets. So 60 increased damage to planets and chance to spawn a moon, which buffs our speed and radius by 20%. I'm guessing moons are going to orbit the planets. Oh my god, yes. Okay, we have a moon. That's another achievement. Was that Earth? Destroy a planet. I'm guessing we want to focus on planets with moons to get increased to our speed. Moons do not last too long though. We made $6 million off asteroids there, $12 million off planets, and we got ourselves up to a hungry black hole. I definitely think we want to increase our breaker damage just overall because we're struggling a little bit with the planets. Yeah, now we 2-tap planets, but it doesn't look like we have planet respawns. But this should be a decent amount because we destroyed every planet and a lot more asteroids yet. That was a big run, $26 million. Please be enough to get something good. I think I want to get chance to spawn a new planet when a planet's destroyed. We destroy quite a few planets, and if more spawn, that also just means more chance for moons. And I do like moons because they help us deal a whole bunch of damage. 21 million. That was still only 27 million. That didn't increase how much money we made. Let's increase our breaker radius by 30% per moon instead of 10%. Let's go straight for the moons. I'm not noticing like a massive increase to our breaker radius. I'm definitely noticing an increase, but it didn't feel absolutely insane. Planet size can get an increase though. It's just going to mean a lot more money. No, we're going to get the moon buff because hopefully that just means we can destroy a lot more planets. Like, look at that. Oh my god. Yeah, that was the upgrade that we needed. It doesn't last very long, but for as long as it does last, we are dealing so much extra damage. Yeah, that got us $45 million now. So those increases definitely helping. We can increase our bonus damage to 90 and increase our moon buff duration up to 4 seconds. Definitely need to focus a little more on these electric asteroids because they're helping us get a decent damage buff to the planets. This should be at least 50 mil, right? Yeah, 80 mil. That's so good. Let's head to the upgrades. I think I want to increase our breaker damage, actually. Because if we can one-tap the planets, oh my god, that's going to be huge. Is there anything to increase the planet mass? There it is, $420 million though. That's going to take us pretty far. I think we can destroy these small planets in one hit now. And with all these moons that we have, we are dealing fat damage to these planets. That was a $90 million run. We are black hole up to a size of 13. Oh my god. Increase the breaker speed buff by another 20%. Yeah, that's way better than just getting another 5 planets. But if we get a whole bunch of planets, just listen to how fast we're destroying things. We made $100 million just from the planet cores. What do we want to use this money for? Honestly, let's try and save for bonus breaker damage. It's only 280 mil. And if we manage to somehow get the planet mass along the way... Do I save for the planet mass? No, I want the breaker damage, so we just one-tap everything. We're just causing absolute chaos. Let's get that bonus breaker damage to planets. Now, surely we're just one-tapping. Yep. This is absolutely nuts. Planets are getting destroyed. We got up to black hole size 14. Yeah, we made 222 mil in a single run. Chance to spawn a new planet when a planet's destroyed could be nice. Chance to spawn a moon. That has to go up to 30%. We need more moons. Moon buff scale for radius up to 50%. Sure, why not? And I think this increase to the moon spawn chance has already helped us clear out quite a few more planets. Like, look at this. Look how fast we're moving across. There's like no planets left. We've basically eradicated an entire solar system today. 225 mil, back to the upgrades, increase the planet mass for another achievement, number go up more, 100 upgrades there. And we can increase the planet size, but I'm just going to get this upgrade out of the way. Oh, we also can get the planet size, so that is huge. We've got a 700 mil planet mass, a 420 mil planet mass. Oh my god, wait, golden asteroid money scale goes up 15,000%. Yeah, we're saving up 280 mil for that. The existence of these orange planets will definitely help us make more. They're making us $1 million. I think that one was just 2.6. So yeah, we're going to be making a decent amount of cash now that we have these orange planets unlocked. We made 280 mil in a single run, which is just enough. Oh my god, that is so perfect. To increase golden asteroid money bonus, I'm seeing like 5 mils, 14 mils. I think that that was a very, very smart thing for us to save up for, because now we should just be able to bulk buy like big expensive upgrades. We made $630 million alone from asteroids, 860 mil in a single run. Oh my god. Let's increase the planet mass. Let's increase our bonus damage to planets. Let's just increase our overall breaker damage too. But with all these extra orange planets, surely we make a good amount of cash. I do want to focus on just grabbing up the moons while we can, because they are so important just for keeping our attack speed up. So maybe asteroids still are our best source of income. No, you know what? I just made $1 billion in a single run for another achievement, by the way. Wow, comet spawn chance. Breakers always crit. But is it better me just getting increase to a planet mass and moon duration and a chance to spawn a planet when a planet's destroyed? Completely finishing off that entire section. But the new green planets should bring in, yeah, 15 million, 30 million every time we break a green planet. Oh god, I love number get big games. They just make me feel so good about myself when number do, in fact, get big. My guess for this run right here, $1.8 billion. Or 2.47. That's even better. Let's get that comet spawn chance. Let's buff the crit damage up to 100% crit and the buff duration up to 6 seconds. That is everything we can afford. So now we're up to these $2 billion upgrades, which I originally thought were super expensive. If we just get enough of these moons going though, $1.9 billion should not be too difficult. Oh, and we've got the comets. And we are just dealing a whole bunch of crits. This might even be towards like a $5 billion run. 3 billion. Okay, I was being a bit greedy. Let's get that golden asteroid money bonus up. And then I think the next thing we're going to do is breaker damage. I just want to be able to destroy these guys in like one hit. That's really like my only goal in life. We still made $3.3 billion. That is enough to increase our breaker damage, and let's increase the planet mass as well. So give us our blue planets. That increase to the breaker damage was probably a lot more important than I initially realized though, because we got the increase to the planet mass. They basically just negated each other, but we made $6 billion. So that is awesome. Let's just finish that off there. Massive increase for our golden asteroid crit chance, and we can get a 1% chance for a comet shower. I know that's not ideal, and I probably should have gone for the moon buff duration, but I kind of just want to hit that 1% chance for a comet shower and see how good it is. There really is no other reasoning apart from that. So if you're expecting something more logical, sorry, I don't have an answer for you. And if you've watched me before, you should definitely know that logic isn't really something that I choose to follow. But that's another $6 billion. So that seems like a pretty constant number. We can get another second for that moon buff duration, and the golden asteroid bonus can go from 300% to 600%. We need $6 billion to increase our planet mass again, and I think that should jump us to making about $10 million every single run if we get that. We've hit size 17. We've made 10 billion in a single run. Sadly, we can't get both, so let's just get that planet mass. And hopefully after this run, we can get another 200 breaker damage. So we made $10 billion there. So does that mean if we get a decent run here though, we're going to be looking at making like maybe $15 billion? I would absolutely love a massive $15 billion run if the game would be ever so kind. These purples are quite hefty though. They take just a bit of time for me to destroy. But there we go. We actually hit $20 billion. So let's get an increase to our breaker damage, an increase to our breaker damage. Ooh, electric asteroid damage goes up 300. Or we could increase the planet mass. I'm going planet mass. I've said that's the best upgrade. We are now getting pink planets. So as long as we collect enough moons and enough asteroids, we will make an absolute crazy ridiculous amount of money here, but this doesn't seem to be the case. We are struggling quite a bit. All it takes though is a couple more moons and a comet, and we tear through. There we are. How much money we made? Oh, we made 70 billion. I don't know why I even thought about questioning the mass upgrade. We can already go here, plus 10% chance for a comet shower, but no. Let's increase that money scale. Let's increase it again. Electric asteroid damage going up, crit chance going up, damage bonus going up, and breaker damage going up. We've completed all the blue upgrades. So give me the planets. I need to see how strong I am now. Oh yeah, we absolutely tear through. We should be making a lot more money just based on the golden asteroids as well. I saw an $80 million there. This is going to be a big money run. Oh, there we go. The black hole must grow again. We have hit another milestone. The black hole has grown. So back to the upgrades. Let's increase the planet mass. Let's increase the chance for a comet shower. And I don't really care about spawning more planets. I just want more breaker damage. But let's head back in. The planets are looking quite small because our black hole is a new level of huge. So I'm hoping that we still make a good amount of money, and I am eyeing down that moon buff though, because I still feel like we are completely struggling. I'd love that 10% chance though for that comet shower to come through. I mean, we still made $80 billion. It's not bad. So let's increase the planets spawned up to 90%, and that increases our breaker radius up to over 500%. I like that. I'm not noticing much to that breaker radius size. I think that's because I always have moons going on, so the breaker radius is constantly changing in size anyway. But either way, this isn't going too bad. And there we go. That's that comet that we needed, but it's just too late. Still made 70 billion, so we can get an upgrade to our breaker radius again. But I need more, man. I need more comets spawning earlier on. I need more breaker damage so it doesn't take 10 years. Where's my comet? Nowhere to be seen. Oh wait, there it is. Huge. The moons are the best thing in the game. I cannot lie. They are so fun. Oh, there's that comet shower. I don't know what that does for us. Gives us over $100 billion in a single run and size 24. I don't know what a Mark Watney black hole is. Give me a sec to look that up. Okay, turns out I haven't watched The Martian. Feel like I've probably missed a few references here because I have not been paying attention to the names. That's fine. I'm not playing this game for references. If you guys spot them, you can comment them. And our 114 billion is just sadly too short to allow us to get 2 upgrades. So I'm going to spend 90 billion of it to increase our breaker radius by another 250%. Give me more moons. Yeah, I can definitely tell that this breaker radius is increased now though. This is insane. I do just wish the moon spawn rate would increase and the comet spawn rate would increase. So I'm just constantly getting more moons, constantly getting more comets just by accident. We're still making over $100 billion. Make that over 200. I don't know how this is working, but we're doing absolutely insane. Breaker radius size, we'll get rid of the chance to spawn a new planet. Let's actually increase the chance for a comet shower. I do need comet showers because I really need that extra crit chance they provide to absolutely tear through. While it's really nice just having moons, without the comets, we do struggle a little bit. These electric asteroids, though, are dealing serious damage to these planets. Like, that's going to be, yeah, another $230 billion. So let's put that into number of asteroids. And I think I want breaker crit damage chance up to 50%. Or when we chain a whole bunch of these electric asteroids like that, most of the map is just completely disintegrated. Imagine if this is how it was like in space. Planets constantly exploding because some asteroid was just electrified. And I think we are at level 29 now for our black hole size. I think we're pulling up just short of level 30. Look how close we were, a sliver left. I was so right. I just had a feeling we were doing so well. $420 billion. Let's improve our moon buff for the radius. Let's increase the planet mass. Oh, that was really expensive. I thought we were just going to get upgrades. But we increased the planet mass, which just means we are almost guaranteed now to hit that level 30 black hole. Hopefully, this doesn't take too long to get. We've already gone my favorite space movies milestone. We've grown the black hole one more time, $7.5 trillion. That's enough to get our break at critical chance. That's enough to upgrade planets to stars. We now have 10 stars on the map. Chance to add time when a star is destroyed. Chance to spawn a new star when a star is destroyed. I like that. Massive increase to breaker damage. Ooh, for another achievement, number go up even more. 150 upgrades. Stars spawned 100%. Yeah, let's get that. And we have electric stars. Ooh, that is nice. I'm having lots of fun with how this is moving. And these big fuzzy things are now our stars. Another achievement, shine bright, destroy a star. Now, I don't know what the stars do for us exactly, if they're just like planets, you know, just another thing existing. But the asteroids are at least electric. Oh my god, $1 trillion in a session. Another achievement. But as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by that achievement. Our asteroids are electric. That's their gimmick. The planets have moons. That's their gimmick. What is the gimmick of the star? Oh wait, yeah, I literally saw it before. It's electric stars. I'm so glad I spent that whole time monologuing there. Let's increase the star damage, the chains. Ooh, fork chance up to 60%. I like that. The electric stars are cool. They don't feel amazing right now. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe they just need more upgrades. I mean, I guess they're this strong and we haven't actually gotten any upgrades, so they probably are kind of nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna stop being a little hater. But that is a size 32 Who's Cade black hole. Hey, I actually watched that guy. I get that reference. I get that one. $2.66 trillion is enough. I mean, let's just get these two. Critical damage chance, 20%. Breaker speed increase. Ooh, let's get star size. Because that'll just mean more money from the bigger ones that we destroy. If we have any chance of actually destroying them. But I really am liking how many electric asteroids we got going on. They're doing major damage for us. Another $2.5 trillion. Breaker bonus damage to stars, plus 1,000. And I'm also just going to get this plus 50% chance for a comet shower up to 81%. My hope now is that, yeah, we absolutely destroy stars. And hopefully we have a whole bunch of comets just like constantly flying in, which already does not seem to be the case. So I am regretting spending all that money. 80% chance for a comet shower. Can I get a single comet at least? We've moved on to, is Gray still playing? I don't know. I actually haven't watched that bloke in a long time, but $4.6 trillion, not going to mention the rest of it, is enough for us to increase the breaker damage, for us to increase the star mass. Definitely need that one. Let's increase the star size, actually. Just means more money. When we have our fancy orange stars here. They are very, very tough. Oh, maybe we are not leveled up enough for this. I'm assuming they're meant to be very tough to kill, though. I mean, I feel like we're a little under-leveled for the stage of the game we're at. I don't really know what stage of the game we're at, to be completely honest with you. We made almost $6 trillion in a single run. Let's increase the radius. Let's make more asteroids, planets, moon buff scale for breaker speed. Yeah, let's just increase the breaker speed as it is. Increase to the star mass, increase to the star chains. And let's just get an increase to the breaker damage. We've almost wrapped around. We're closing back in on this supernova. I don't know what that is or what that does, but we are weak as hell. Oh my god, give me some moons, please. At least we got comet shower there, though. That's not bad. All our money is coming from star plasma, though. 6.5 trillion. So, chance to spawn a new star. Yeah, sure. Buff our radius again. More breaker damage, more star mass. And we have a massive increase to the session timer. Oh my god, do we need that? An extra 10 seconds to the session will go a long way. These yellow ones, we're not fully equipped to deal with those just yet. I don't know how much money that gave us. It's really, really hard to tell. That looked like $500 billion though from that one. Increase to the star mass might have been insane. Yeah, that was $500 million. Woo! Big, big cash there. How much is that going to give us? 6.5 trillion. Not bad. The creator's black hole, we're almost at the point where we can level it up again. The extra 10 seconds might just do that for us. We can increase the chance to spawn an asteroid, max that out, so every time we break an asteroid, another one spawns back. Let's go from the bottom. Let's increase the breaker radius. I really just need more damage. Like, we are not dealing enough damage here. Oh, there we go. Creator's milestone. We've grown the black hole one more time for $13 trillion. So yeah, let's chance to spawn star up to 85%. Chance to spawn star up to 100%. Planets are at 100%. Comet spawn chance, oh my god, that was only at 25%. Let's get that up to 55. Electric star damage, let's double that as well. Now we should be moving to a point where things just get absolutely melted. At least if the electric star hits it. If our breaker hits it, not so much. But that's fine. We still do a lot of damage. I can't complain too much. 7 trillion. Not bad at all. Let's get breaker bonus damage to stars. That is huge. Let's get breaker radius. And let's get an extra crit damage bonus to the stars. And now we only have a few more upgrades. Oh my god, dude, the increased amount of comets I feel like is helping us a lot. We're just constantly hitting for those extra crit damages. I would love more moons spawning in though. They are very hard for me to see. We made $15 trillion. Titanic black hole. We're struggling to increase the size. So let's get 2 more stars. Majorly increase that star mass up to 380%. And there's an extra gimmick. Why not? Laser stars, which we can almost afford, but just not quite. So let's see, how do these green stars treat us? Not very well. We can't destroy them too easily. Oh, but if we get a comet shower, we deal so much damage. We absolutely destroy them. I'm pretty sure I'm seeing $500 billion every time we do. Yeah, this should be like a $20 trillion run if I had to guess. Yeah, $32 trillion. Which is enough to get the chance to spawn lasers, get a 50% chance for crits, we can get 600 extra damage, increase the width to 150, another 500 damage. Now, give me some of these lasers. Looks like these ones with the stripey on them. Oh my god, they go like straight across the center. They deal so much damage. And they spawn in pretty frequently. I can't complain with that upgrade. But let's increase the width, the critical damage, and the critical damage. And we have a little bit more. Let's increase our breaker damage. I just need to be able to destroy things quicker with, oh my god, that width upgrade. These things are absolutely huge. Now, I would absolutely love another comet shower. Comet showers are too rare. Like, we can get comets, but getting a comet shower, even with the increased chance that we have, I swear that thing still just never crocs. $27 trillion. How are we getting worse and worse? More laser width, more laser damage. Oh, another achievement. Number go, bro. 200 upgrades. Let's get an increase to breaker damage and laser damage. I probably should have got that star mass. I kind of didn't see that, but we're not doing enough damage. I feel like we need more damage output for the stars. We're still just struggling too much. Another 25 trillion. I don't get how we're spending so much money, but we're still struggling so bad. But that's enough to increase our star mass and our laser width. I don't care about the laser width. Just show me the new stars. There we go. We have blue stars. It's not a lot of money. That looked like $500 billion, which is, yeah, it's still good. That took us so long to destroy. Oh, here we go. The big one gives us 1.6 trillion. Like, yeah, that's way better, but it still doesn't feel like it's enough. 38 trillion. Oh, maximum moon count. Yes, please. Also increase the star chains. Oh, we're starting off with a comet shower. I was going to say, I'm just going to take a second. I still am. I'm just going to do a few runs back to back so we have a whole bunch of money. Because with that meteor shower, we're doing pretty good. So hopefully a couple of runs later, we can buy a whole bunch of upgrades that'll basically project us to the end of the game. All right, 2 runs later, we're up to $113 trillion. Definitely enough to get us some more breaker damage. And we're up to supernova radius. We don't even have supernovas yet, so I don't know what that's about. Let's increase the fork chance of the star. Moon buff duration up to 10 seconds. Another fork chance of the star. Let's just get the laser width and the laser damage there. But I did notice that it seems like the comets always move in an anti-clockwise direction. So if I just move in a clockwise direction, I pretty much always catch them and I'm not going to miss them. But with our little moon buff as well, I feel like we should be making at least $50 trillion every single run now. Let me hit the 50. Yeah, okay. Now let's just go breaker radius, crit damage, breaker speed, more breaker speed. Just complete the whole bottom of that red portion. And I think we're at a point in the game where these upgrades aren't doing anything like major. We sort of just need to get them out of the way. Like, I don't feel like there's been an upgrade where I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're making so much more money. Like, we were getting that a few times with all the increases we had to like the asteroid mass and the planet mass. I feel like I'm a bit stuck at this stage. We are up to size 38 though on a black hole, so maybe we're not doing too bad. Let's increase the laser width. Oh, another increase to the star mass. That should actually help. And more breaker critical damage bonus. Oh my god, wait, that laser width is actually nuts. 92 trillion actually. We've broken 100 trillion for the first time. So let's increase the supernova radius. Let's actually get a chance though to spawn supernova stars. I'm hoping that this thing will just absolutely destroy. That didn't do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, it doesn't even one-tap planets yet. It's definitely going to need some work. But I see the potential. I do see the potential. Oh, but there we go. Humongous milestone. Maybe it did a lot because we've hit another milestone and the black hole has grown again. I guess let's just increase the damage percent up to 40. You know what? Let's make it 50. That is a decent increase. And I do just want to see, does that actually now still not do a whole lot? Like, I'd rather just get the lasers. Is that crazy to say? We only made 50 trillion that run. Anyway, let's increase the star mass so we'll get a few more of the purples, hopefully. I'm really waiting for this supernova to just completely eradicate everything in its area. But that really doesn't seem to be the case. $65 trillion later. Honestly, let's just increase the session timer. I want to start working towards the end here. And I already forgot about my useless left clicking that I do need to work on. So let's just get a few clicks during this run. I just don't want to finish on that like achievement. That's such a boring achievement to get. There we go. Click 100 times during a session. Finally done that. We made $90 trillion. So we can just increase the radius and the comet spawn chance. Oh, we get a lot more laser damage there. Max comet spawn chance will actually be really nice. And get some more stars. None of these upgrades are really seeming to be super overpowered, except maybe the increase to the laser damage. We made over 100 trillion. We are at size 40 of 41, but let's get 100% spawn chance on the comet. I think that'll be huge. 100% chance to add time when a star is destroyed. Let's just do that. More time just means more money. There we go, another 100 trillion later. Let's get massive laser damage and breaker damage increase. Lasers are already, I think, my favorite because they're the only thing right now that is actually providing us with any real source of damage. Like, they just eradicate most of the things in an area. You know what? Maybe the supernovas are better than I thought. It's really hard to tell here. If I use that, there are lots and lots of little pieces that come flying out. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm blind. I really don't know. But either way, give me like 150 trillion. Yeah, there we go. 150 trillion. Let's just increase that. Let's get more critical damage from the lasers, more critical damage bonus from the breaker, and only a few more upgrades to go until we're moving on to what I'm hoping is our final little section. I feel like we're dealing a lot of damage and there are a lot of effects flying around on the screen. I think the increase to our breaker crit damage paired with the amount of comets is going hard. So let's get more planets to stars, more laser width, more chance to add time when a planet's destroyed. And our last one is a massive increase to the star mass, which I really wish I got. I thought that was $55 trillion as well though. I wasn't keeping good enough track. There we go, gargantua milestone. We've hit another milestone for the black hole. $500 trillion was our reward there. Let's increase the star mass. We can increase the supernova radius, but that's $300 trillion. Oh, they're all... Okay, let's just get that so we can connect these all up together. Let's hope we're making more than $300 trillion now per run, because this might take quite a while otherwise. Oh yeah, we're definitely making 300 trillion. Okay, so there's no stress there. Let's increase the damage percent up a little bit. Ooh, massive breaker speed increase per moon. That is what we're saving up for. Just imagine how many more moons and stars. Life will be good. Like already we're starting to clear out the board. Another $400 trillion straight into increasing our breaker speed. Now, please give me a few moons and just let me see how fast we go. Yeah, this seems quite lovely. I don't have to hover over things for very long and they're just sort of instantly dead. Now this should easily be over $500 trillion, right? Like look how many things I'm destroying. No, it still wasn't. Still only 360 trillion, which means there just has to be another crazy overpowered upgrade sitting somewhere. You know what? Let's just buff up the scale for the breaker radius twice. Up to 190%, because why not? I mean, the more moons we get, this is going to be an absolutely huge area. Like, I hardly have to go side to side here. And we are officially out of time. $350 trillion again. I need something to send me. Let's get more laser width. Nothing here is like super overpowered. So maybe it does just come down to getting those last few upgrades and getting a bit of luck. Another 350 trillion. We are stuck here. So I'm just going to do a bunch of runs because we can't afford anything. And none of these, except the star mass, screams out to me that we're going to move forward. So I'm going to hit that 700 trillion. And then hopefully we can come back and actually get a few upgrades. $900 trillion later. Let's increase that star mass. Nothing special. It's just occasionally we see a couple of the purple ones, but most of the time they're just like the pinkish color. That's it. I'm hoping that means we're gonna break that $400 trillion mark that we're sort of just hard stuck at. Okay, yeah, we completely broke it. 750 trillion is enough to get... Let's just get this $1 quadrillion one. So what do we need now? 1.7 quadrillion and we're done. Let's just save up for that. Oh, wait, there we go. That was the same run. Have we finished the game? A well-fed black hole beat the main game mode. Oh my God. But we're not done just yet. Obviously, we're not doing any of these extra modes, but we do have one more. I didn't think you'd get this far. Complete the epilogue for the main game. Still a bit more to do. Looks like we have a lot of upgrades right here. But before we jump into those, I do want to finish just these base ones. So let's get more stars. Yeah, we didn't even get a quarter done, but we did make over $1 quadrillion, which actually might be enough. There we go to finish those off. So now we can get up to 10 of each of these upgrades. And honestly, I don't know what is the one to get. I think breaker speed might just be the go, but I really cannot tell. Like, we are strong, but to defeat this epilogue, we are going to need to be a whole hell of a lot stronger. Okay, well, we did break a quarter that time. We probably got to about a third. So I am just going to keep increasing the breaker speed, and I'll come back once it's fully maxed out. I don't think breaker speed alone is going to cut it, so we got to head back to the upgrades. We got it up to 5, but I was thinking the best way that we've always done this was by having more size and more mass. There we go, up to 5.22 quadrillion. I think we definitely need more damage. So the best way to do that is to get massive increases in our critical damage bonus. So if we sink all of our money into there, up to 1,000%, we basically doubled our damage. Also just get more planets to stars, why not? And I want to see just how much stronger we are. Yeah, this already looks so much better. And we finally broken halfway through this level, making over 2 quadrillion each time, which is pretty nice. I think with that money though, let's get more planets into stars. And then following that, I definitely think we need to move from more asteroids into planets because we need more moons constantly going. And that is 2/3 of the way done this time. Definitely closing in. Let's get more asteroids to planets. So that's level 6, that's level 5, level 7. And we might need to get some electric star critical damage bonus too. But $3 quadrillion could definitely help us. Let's get some more critical damage up to 900%. Now, I want to see the difference that this makes to our electric. Really not possible to see. I think there's too much going on. So I'm just going to have to pray and hope that it's doing a lot. Let's get some more star size and some more star mass. That should hopefully be just enough to tick us over to that 3/4 mark. I guess every little bit counts. We do also just kind of need a good run where things just explode, but we definitely crossed over that 3/4 mark, closing in nicely. Let's get some more laser width because that's something we haven't bought yet. Let's get a little more star mass too. Yeah, the lasers are quite huge to say the least. Could definitely do with some more moons. I feel like they would help our attack speed and our radius. Just let us do a bunch more. Oh, and we got so close this run. We almost finished it. A little more star size, maybe. Let's max. Oh no, we have one more upgrade, but that's almost maxed out. I don't know if star size is what I'm thinking it's going to be. It looks like it's going to give us a lot more resources towards the black hole because these stars are absolutely massive. It also looks like we're not doing enough damage to them now. So I could have screwed myself over just a little bit, or I could have made one of the best decisions of my life. And this is actually just going to give us so much solar matter that we are going to finish this run. And I think it is actually going to be super close on what happens there. Oh my God, we actually did do it. Yes! I didn't think you'd get this far. Complete the epilogue for the main mode. But that is every achievement for a game about feeding a black hole. Except, of course, complete quick play, complete mini. Yeah. All the mode achievements, they might get done at some point in the future, but they're not getting done for this video. So sucked in. If you really want me to try and attempt completing all of them, let me know. I can make a part 2 to this. I'm not fussed, but I hope you enjoy. And let me know if there's any other games that you would like me to try in 100%, or at least just get most of the achievements that make sense.